The Knicks winning streak continues. The Knicks are undefeated at home throughout this entire season. They completely dominated the Brooklyn Nets last night at Madison Square Garden. I got a lot to talk about in this video. Knicks fans, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section right now because the Knicks are humming and you're seeing this Knicks basketball team really live up to the expectations early on in the season. They are undefeated at home, and I can't stress that enough, how important that is as we continue to progress throughout this regular season. Mike Brown has this Knicks team buying into the system, and you're seeing it come to the surface. Another game where 6 players are in double figures. You're seeing this Knicks team go out there, and yes, I get it. It's the Brooklyn Nets, but let's not forget what Nick Claxton said the last time the Knicks lost to the Brooklyn Nets. He's like, yeah, in my career, I've never lost to the New York Knicks. Well, guess what, brother? You have never beaten the Knicks since you said those comments. So that definitely is something you shouldn't have said, my friend. But the New York Knicks continue to absolutely dominate the Brooklyn Nets franchise and anybody that comes to MSG. And I'm excited to break it all down in this video for their 4th straight win. And they've beaten the Brooklyn Nets now 11 straight times. Really funny how the script has flipped on the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, you talk about when the Nets go out there, they get Kevin Durant and Kyrie, and everybody's clowning the Knicks for not getting the guys, not getting the stars, and it felt like the Brooklyn Nets were starting to steal the city, which never was the case, by the way. And then that experiment completely failed, and now you see the Knicks rise, and to see the type of franchise they are, and you see the Brooklyn Nets down where they are, ooh, it just feels good, because I remember all the trash that Brooklyn Nets fans were talking to us when we were down bad and we got Julius while they got the Kevin Durant and Kyrie, and now look where we are at, baby. So I just wanted to get that off my chest because I remember getting into those debates with these Nets fans throughout the last few years. It feels good to dominate that organization. They should go back to Jersey where they belong because this is our city, baby. All jokes aside, man, last night's game really shows you the balance and the dominance, and it really is refreshing that we're starting to see this Knicks team start to dominate against lesser opponents like the Brooklyn Nets. You saw guys like Karl-Anthony Towns completely dominate. And the version of basketball that Cat's playing is really cool to see because he's starting to embody that physical energy of he's just not afraid of contact, absorbing it, old school type of basketball. I don't know if you guys have noticed this with Karl-Anthony Towns this season, but it's not like he's settling for three-pointers and he's just shooting a bunch of threes from beyond the arc. I mean, he barely even did anything from three-point land in that game. 0 for 2 from downtown, but he still finished with 28 points. He's imposing as well, just picking up the dribble, lowering his shoulder, absorbing contact, dunking on people down low, finishing through contact, and I love that aggressiveness from Karl-Anthony Towns. We need that edge with this superstar of Cat, and we need that edge from Karl-Anthony Towns, our all-star next to Jalen Brunson. I think that him going out there and playing this style of basketball is really infectious around the guys because you look at Karl-Anthony Towns. When he was with Minnesota, he was more the guy that just shoots a lot of threes and just a guy that can really stretch the floor at that size. But I feel like now this season with Mike Brown, he's attacking the cup, really absorbing the physical strength that he has, and that's really awesome to see. So big shout out to Cat, 28, 12, 2 assists and 2 steals, plus minus of 21. I mean, every single Knick really played well last night and dominated their assignment. Another guy I wanted to highlight from last night was OG Anunoby. He continues to just play such good basketball, man. He is establishing himself as a legit all-star, in my opinion. I mean, you're talking about a guy that's shooting well over 40-something% from 3 this season. His catch-and-shoot three-pointers feels like an absolute just dominant. Every time he gets a catch-and-shoot opportunity, there's no hesitation. He lets it fly, and it's going in 9 times out of 10, it feels like. 19 points. He's also rebounding the ball at a high clip. 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal, and he had a plus-minus of a plus 32. OG Anunoby's impact on this basketball team is really infectious. It's awesome to see him go out there and play winning ball. Mikal Bridges, 16 points and 5 dimes, and you see a different version of Bridges, bro. Shooting 75% last night. You see a more vocal leader that Mikal Bridges is embracing. He gets a contract extension. He feels like this Knicks team is loyal to him. And without Tom Thibodeau, I'm telling you right now, man, Mike Brown is unlocking a different version of Bridges, and it's really refreshing to see. Jalen Brunson didn't have a great game efficiency-wise, but that's okay because we don't need JB to do everything anymore. He had a plus-minus of plus 36, had 19 points and 7 dimes. Last year, JB had his career high in assists, and I think he has a chance to break that this year. Another game with 7 dimes, and you're seeing Jalen Brunson really embody the floor general in terms of getting his teammates involved more than he ever has. He does not have to rely on scoring every single time like 3 or 4 years ago when he first became a Knick. Really refreshing to see. Mitchell Robinson. I mean, this is my favorite guy on the entire team. I made a whole video about him last week. The guy played 17 minutes and was a plus 40. That is unbelievable. Can we just fathom that? The guy was on the floor for 17 minutes, and he outscored the Brooklyn Nets 40 points when he was on the floor. That is unbelievable stuff, man. Mitchell Robinson is just a joy. 8 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, 100% from the field. He's dominating his assignments, and you're seeing another version of Mitchell Robinson that we've never seen before. When he's healthy and he has a full offseason of not rehabbing and just getting in shape and working on his game, his ability to get the rebounds and protecting the paint and getting his hands active on the ball. I mean, I will continue to tell you guys this, but Mitchell Robinson is indeed the X factor of this entire team. So shout out to the New York Knicks for continuing to let Mitchell Robinson go out there. And I love the way they're utilizing him in these 3-minute spurts, and he's going out there and dominating. And it's refreshing to see a game like last night because nobody even played 30 minutes or more. And I think that's important here because it's a long regular season. We want these guys fresh. I mean, Brunson had 29 minutes. Towns had 28 minutes. I mean, it's cool to see these guys not even get 30 minutes. And a lot of that, of course, had to do with the Knicks blowing them out, and we can play a lot of the bench guys. And it's really cool to see the Knicks and how they're dominating these games. I mean, they went out there and blew them out in the first quarter, and then the Brooklyn Nets got a little hot in the second quarter. They scored 40 points. And then you go in the third quarter, the Knicks outscored them 30-8. I mean, you're talking about a 30-8 run in the third quarter. The Knicks went into halftime like, all right, let's not let the Nets get into this game. Let's go out there and play our brand. And they went out there and did just that. And the duo of Bridges and OG Anunoby combining for 8 of 11 from downtown, that is awesome. You're talking about these two guys. They're calling them Wingstop, OG and Bridges. 8 of 11 from downtown combined. If those guys can keep shooting the ball from downtown with this type of efficiency, especially Bridges, because I remember everybody was worried about Bridges' jump shot last year and his hitch in it, whatever. You're seeing a different version of Bridges, which we talked about already. Josh Hart continues his dominant play, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 2 dimes, and a steal off the bench. Jordan Clarkson was like the only guy that didn't really play well, got fouled out, and people were laughing at him on the bench. You saw, I think it was Josh Hart was looking at the sheet and looking at Jordan Clarkson. He's like, really? You're fouling out in this type of game? Come on, bro. Landry Shamet in 21 minutes had 8 points. Yabusele got some action. Deuce McBride in 16 minutes didn't even have a field goal. It was 0 for 4. But that's the dominance of this Knicks team. It's like they go out there and they're winning in ways that is infectious. And the last thing I want to say about the culture that Mike Brown is really implementing here with Mike Brown, right? You're seeing this Knicks team really establish that free-flowing. And I don't know how sustainable it is that this team is going to go out there and play basketball with that much open energy and that much fluidity, and there's not a lot of structure. But it's working, man. And I think that Mike Brown figuring out a way to get these guys playing together is by letting them play free, not having to overthink anything. Just read what the game is telling you what to do and react to it. And I think that type of mindset is really becoming an infectious type of personality that you're seeing come through with this Knicks team. And the balance of the squad is unbelievable. Like, you watch the game and then you watch the highlights back and you're seeing the box score. It is ridiculous how deep this Knicks team is. I mean, it really blows my mind how many players impact this team. I mean, I'm pretty sure there were 6 guys in double figures, and then Mitch had 8 and 8. Who, I mean, you're talking about like 7 to 8 guys that are literally impacting them winning basketball games. You look around the NBA, it's rare to have a basketball team that has that much balance. Like, that's what makes the Knicks a secret weapon. There was nobody that had 20 points besides Cat. Everybody just is doing their job. They are passing the rock. They are getting everybody involved. They're playing unselfish basketball, and it's just a beautiful thing to see, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, folks, because the Knicks are getting me fired up. They got another game against the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow, so let's see what they do on that one. Make sure you guys hit the like button, and a big shout out to Sleeper, as always, for being the proud sponsor of Knicks Media all season long. Don't forget to check them out, folks. You can use the code Knicks and get it $20 for free when you sign up. You also get a 100% deposit match up to $100. You put $50 in, they give you $50 for free. That you can build a really fun player prop bet over there on the Sleeper app. So make sure you guys download the app with my link. Use the code Knicks. Big time shout out to them as always. Don't forget to comment your thoughts, Knicks fans. The Knicks keep rolling, baby. Let's keep the momentum going as we are undefeated at MSG. We shall see if this continues or not. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. I'm out of here, folks. Let's go, Knicks. Woo!